at that point, were you doing music back then? I don't even know if I even should have asked that, but so you was like, okay, I'm gonna have to shift gears a little bit, or I'm gonna have to alter my strategy on how I'm gonna approach the game, because this is how they getting down. I already know what I'm doing, what I'm not gonna do, and I gotta move accordingly. I mean,
there was no real strategy involved. It's like these cops are killing us. There's right and there's wrong. Period.
Yeah.
What I might perceive to be wrong, someone else, it might be right for them. But I'm not here to pass judgment on them. I know that, I have a responsibility. You know what I mean? Yeah. I have a responsibility. And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with some of the music today. A lot of it is, these cats are extremely talented. But why is it all one-dimensional? And why will they only allow that? Like you said, the corporates now basically own pretty much everything. Yeah. Like back then we had several, major music stores and labels that were all minority owned, even though they were backed by major labels.
Right.
They were doing what they did. Now that's not the case.
Yeah.
Because this is why you don't get the variety.
Right.
You don't get the variety anymore, despite all the different subgenres that have been created by hip-hop.
Yeah. It really kind of makes me just...
Or created from hip-hop.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that.
It really just makes me just ignore the whole top 40. If it's top 40, then I'm kind of like, I'm just... Sometimes it's hard to believe.
My thing is, I think it's best to pay attention, to educate yourself.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they say seeing is believing. And if you don't see it for yourself, you don't understand it.
Right.
And how do you understand it if you don't know?
Right. Well, see, top 40, you're going to hear top 40.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? So as far as like, going to the chart and really fucking with those songs, I mean, you might have a hot song to make top 40. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I mean, niggas go number one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, just for the record, I've been surprised. I checked out number one Billboard and was actually impressed with what was up there, too. So, let me fall back a little bit on that.
Right.
Because, top 40 for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But real quick, let's talk about how you got into music. What, you know what I'm saying? How you, what you got started doing and, who you was working with.
Oh, shit. I was always involved somehow, whether listening, respecting and enjoying.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because, it's a culture. Hip-hop, real hip-hop is a culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there were a lot of things that came with it. I can DJ. I was breakdancing. I did graffiti.
Oh, damn.
Do you know what I mean? And the art of mic stalking was just which was just a whole nother thing. Because in high school, I got with some guys. They call themselves the Fun Four. Daquan, Easy Jeffsky, and Lashim. And we did what we did. We had fun. Nothing really jumped off from it, but we were local heroes in our high school.
So what, y'all was battling cats or what?
They didn't want that problem.
Hey, listen, man.
Because we weren't out to be idiots, because back then, we were doing more, live performance routines.
Right, okay.
Where,
you said, that's when y'all was breakdancing and all that.
We did live performance routines, and not just the dancing, but it was, it was more fun-filled and entertaining.
Yeah.
Regardless of, my man, Derek Payne, Daquan, sang like Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
So a lot of our stuff was vocally hook-based, other than just rapping and chanting and stuff like that.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a kind of like a well-rounded machine for us to be as young as we were.
Yeah.
And then my mother passed. And
you said you were 13.
Yeah, my mother passed, and I was wilding out. So, my brother was going to school up at SUNY Purchase, which is in White Plains, New York. And he lived in Yonkers.
Huh. I heard Yonkers is where it's at.
Yonkers is wild as hell.
Huh.
But while he was still working and going to college, I was still traveling and going to school. And I had to walk past School Street Projects in order to get to the bus to get to, because everything I did, I did the opposite of the right thing.
Right.
I always went the dark path.